I'm Peter, by the way.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, you're using your made-up names.
Sam Raimi may soon give us an anticipated taste of Tobey Maguire again as the web-slinger, this time in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. But will this have a ripple effect throughout the entire MCU?
Learning of an infinite multiverse includes learning of infinite danger.
Easter eggs or breadcrumbs? Whatever your preference, it's sure looking like all signs are leading towards a cameo by Tobey Maguire as our much adored Raimi-era Spider-Man. A distinct reality now because Sam Raimi will direct Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Crazy good madness by our estimation. If this is possible, then the sky really is the limit, right? You can bet your red and blue PJs it is. The mere suggestion of Maguire's presence in the Strange sequel shouldn't be a shocker, although a fleeting mention of Doctor Strange and Raimi's Spider-Man 2 is proof positive that the native New Yorker sorcerer is a known entity in Parker's universe.
Doctor Strange.
That's pretty good. But it's taken.
Think of the possibilities. Phase 4 launching a host of tried and new MCU characters to screens everywhere, colliding brave new MC universes. You see, Sam Raimi and Tobey Maguire stick together, even if it's been 13 years hence. But this hiatus may have been what the Doctor ordered in order to jumpstart another collaboration and potentially change the world. The critical and box office success of the first 3 Spider-Man films did a lot of the heavy lifting to bring us the repertoire of superhero blockbusters that we love. And we love them. And I'm sure that the cast of the Avengers, Incredible Hulk, Thor, Ant-Man, to name a few, appreciate Raimi's path-blazing tendencies. He's been directing, producing, and writing films for nearly 50 years, so his accolades are well-deserved. But he's about to embark into game-changing realms. Granted, a lot of water has passed under the Webb Bridge since the early 2000s, and the world box office stats for Raimi's trilogy have been notched down since 2007. But there's no accounting for taste in these matters. And the times they be a-changin', and the operative word for Raimi's success is, after all, time. He's poised to weave a web that could absolutely snare even more adoring fans, and Doctor Strange's second installment shall be the vessel for his narrative and visual genius. And what do you get when you mix Raimi's genius with the virtually limitless possibilities inherent in Doctor Strange's canon? More action, more crossovers from improbable characters, and even that gosh darn multiverse that we've all been hearing about these days. If you're not excited yet, you better check your pulse of your head, because this ride that you've grown accustomed to in the MCU is going to get exponentially crazier. I mean, not only does this mean that Strange will be able to wrangle with many more MCU or Sony characters, but these characters may very well be alternate heroes or villains from alternate verses. I mean, I'm just breaking into a sweat, ruminating about what could be in store. If Doctor Strange inhabits the same zip code as Peter Parker, then all the dark arts that Cumberbatch's sorcerer can conjure affects the workings of their shared universe. In essence, opening up a rift between canon and pristine blank slate. Conventional wisdom would dictate that if the Webhead and Strange haven't crossed paths in the past, then it bodes well that they will do so in the future. Perhaps the very near future. As soon as March 25th, 2022, in the release of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Tobey Maguire is rumored to appear again as Spider-Man, which shouldn't come as a great shock. Sam Raimi gave us the first 3 Spider-Man cinematic blockbusters, and thereby, he reinvented the modern superhero blockbuster and drafted the blueprint to the MCU genre. Raimi's web-slinging trilogy overwhelmingly remains the beloved favorite of fans worldwide. Their collaboration constructed all of the best parts of Raimi's vision and Maguire's boyish appeal, and we're excited that this movie alchemy will coalesce in Doctor Strange 2.
Power has a purpose.
A precedent that flies in the face of all previously held notions that there can only be one Spidey for each universe. Sony Pictures' Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse contradicts this assertion and embraces the red and blue multiverse, and we've raised our voices in askance of a live-action Spider-Verse. And maybe, just maybe, our prayers were heard. It has been rumored that Andrew Garfield could also grace the Strange sequel. It looks as though we're about to throw the baby out with the bathwater, thanks to Doctor Strange. By definition of his character, Strange is the emissary for radical change. His ability to manipulate the multiverse will bend the entire Marvel franchise on its ear, and the din will be deafening. The synopsis for Doctor Strange 2 really sets the tone for the future mayhem. After the events of Avengers Endgame, Doctor Strange continues his research on the Time Stone. But an old friend turned enemy puts an end to his plans and causes Strange to unleash unspeakable evil. By the sounds of things, the jeopardy will be ratcheted up to 11 in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. But he won't be alone in the tumult. Marvel's Phase 4 is primed to bust out, starting with WandaVision, slated to air on Disney Plus in 2020, followed by a stacked lineup of hotly anticipated movies and series. The Falcon, Black Widow, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Eternals, Spider-Man 3, Thor, Love and Thunder, and many, many more. So Doc Strange will either be in good or perilous company. Considering the myriad overlap of characters and paradigms, would we get 2 or 3 Spider-Men at once? The new Morbius movie is scheduled to be released in 2021, and I'm just saying that his tenuous relationship with Spider-Man and Doctor Strange could easily draw the living vampire into the fray. Ha! Sucks for them. Good for us. That slightly saccharine taste of infinite realities left by Avengers Endgame piqued our appetite for more. And I strongly suggest bringing a quadruple XL lobster bib because it is going to get messy. But overturning the vegetable cart always was. All we can do is impatiently await for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness to see just what is up the wizard's sleeve. Like returning the favor and appearing in Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire? Seriously, anything is possible now because Doctor Strange 2 won't be a new chapter, but more like a new book.
And your assault on my world. Never come back.
Finally, whoever gets the invite to the Multiverse of Madness party is anyone's guess. Scarlet Witch, Baron Mordo, and Spider-Man weigh heavily in this transcendental cocktail. And with rumors of Spider-Man 3 still swaying in the breeze, this gives Tobey Maguire traction again to make his web mark on the MCU. So, who else will be appearing in the Doctor Strange sequel? Sound off in the comments section below and be sure to clobber that subscribe button to stay up to date with all our latest greatest ScreenRant videos.